Northwest, hundreds of ballots were destroyed by fires set in drop boxes.
Trick or treat, is your Halloween candy more expensive?
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Madeline McCrory.
And I'm Lucy Ritchie. We're under a week out from Election Day, and early voting is still going strong with nearly 290,000 ballots cast as of yesterday. Early voting is set to wrap up this Friday, November 1st. Nearly 5,000 votes have been cast at UNT's Gateway Center. If you haven't been able to participate in early voting, Election Day is on Tuesday, November 5th.
In Washington and Oregon, hundreds of ballots were destroyed by fires set in ballot drop boxes. Today, workers are searching through the damaged ballots for information to contact the voters about getting a new one. Local officials believe that one individual is responsible for both fires, as well as a third fire that happened earlier this month.
In Washington State, a woman received more than a dozen ballots with names she'd never heard of before. CNN's Maddie White has more.
My son and I moved in here on October 3rd.
On Friday, Jamie Visaya says she went down to check her mailbox.
There was about 9 voter registration ballots that were not mine. So I thought that was strange. So I ended up returning them to the post office here.
But to her surprise,
Again last night.
there was another stack in there. This time 7 different ballots.
Long name Muhammad. Last name Mustafa.
She only lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. Most of the ballots are addressed to different last names, but all have one thing in common: her unit number.
Management said no one's lived here for 3 months.
Maybe the people who were registered at her apartment before didn't update their address through USPS when they moved. But still, Visaya wonders,
Why didn't I get all of their other mail forwarded here, or junk mail, or anything like that?
we got her on a call with King County Elections Chief of Staff Kendall Hodson.
In 30 years of voting, I've never had that many ballots that don't belong to me, you know?
She told King 5 they have daily calls with the USPS, so they're planning on raising this issue to them.
Would you be all right with our folks coming to pick them up from you? That's going to be probably the easiest way for us to sort it out.
Hodson also told us, quote, even if someone gets a second ballot or more, whether under their name or someone else's, we'll only ever count 1 ballot per registered voter with their matching signature.
Are you going to make sure that it gets expedited to the recipients?
We need to get them a replacement ballot. We'll get that out. If we need to, update their registration to a different address, we'll do that as well.
Washington is a vote-by-mail state where all registered voters receive 1 ballot in their mail to fill out.
The U.S. economy showed major signs of growth under a week from Election Day. The Commerce Department said that the GDP, which measures goods and services produced, expanded at a rate of nearly 3%. American shoppers continue to fuel this growth. This comes after interest rates were slashed for the first time in 4 years.
With Election Day less than a week away, North Texas Television will bring you election night coverage. ntTV is bringing you on the field reporting from the Capitol to campus, coverage based on our social media audiences, and even opinions from a panel of election experts. Watch our election show Tuesday, November 5th, live from 6 to 8 p.m. on Frontier 46, Charter 192, or at northtexastelevision.com.
You know, Lucy, this morning's overcast was such a nice change, but I hope it brings in more than just clouds.
Me too, Madeline. I've been honestly ready for some rain. Let's go to our weather anchor, Faith Webster, with our first look.
Yeah, guys, we are going to be seeing some rain throughout the day and somewhat throughout this week. Our current temperature is going to be 77, feeling like 75, but our wind mile is going to be 21 miles per hour, so make sure to hairspray that hair, y'all. Tonight, we are going to look at a higher temperature at 83, feeling like 81, but that wind is really going to bring our temperatures a little bit up and down at 17 miles per hour. Looking on to tomorrow over on Halloween. Happy Halloween, guys. We are going to have our temperature at 76 and our feeling like 74, so not too bad, with our wind miles at 14 miles per hour. I will have some more rain chances throughout the week, but I'll have that later in the show. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. When we come back, a burn ban is in effect for our area.
And UNT has made it to the charts again. Don't go anywhere.
Join ntTV November 5th for the biggest night in American politics, with on-the-field reporting from the Capitol to campus, coverage from our social media audiences, opinions from a panel of experts, and an in-depth look at our state's most pressing issues. The presidential seat and the seat for Texas Senator are both on the ballot, and we will keep you up to date on those voting numbers. Watch our Your Choice 2024 election show live from 6 to 8 p.m. on Frontier 46, Charter 192, or at NorthTexasTelevision.com. Here to keep you covered and informed, we're North Texas Television.
County has issued a burn ban as portions of the county entered a very high level of fire risk. A period of drought, high winds, and lightning from tonight's potential storms present the threat of wildfires. Officials warn against any activity that could result in fire. Intentionally violating the county's burn ban could result in a fine up to $500.
With these drought conditions, I am so ready for the rain.
Me too, and I heard something about thunderstorms tonight. Faith, are these rumors true?
Slightly true. Around North Texas, we are going to see regular temperatures at 77, 75. Down at the south, we are going to have some hotter temperatures in Dallas at 82. Looking out of North Texas and into the state of Texas, we are going to see about the same temperatures at 77, and we are going to see some hotter temperatures near Houston. And we're going all the way to Shreveport at 79, but those aren't too bad of temperatures for this Halloween weekend, a little bit higher than we're used to. But looking at our 7-day forecast, we are going to see some rain that's going to take down our temperatures for the lows in the nighttime. We are going to have major rain chances Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 91, 88, and 93. Our temperatures are going to stay mid-70s and low 80s throughout the week. And just bring that umbrella out when you go trick-or-treating, y'all, and make sure to stay dry as you can. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. If you walk around campus, you might just hear a drum or tuba playing in the distance. UNT's music program is kind of a big deal around here, and reporter Lillian Kosh is out on campus to tell us just how big of a deal it is. Lillian?
Thanks, Lucy. For the 7th year running, the Mean Green Music Makers have landed on yet another Billboard list. UNT's College of Music boasts the country's largest public university program and was recently listed as one of the best in the world. It offers degrees from the bachelor to the doctoral levels and is home to the world's first jazz studies degree program. 3 years ago, UNT started its MBA program in music business. This program supports students' goals with music technology and entrepreneurship. The music business program is available with options ranging from music leadership to performing arts management to touring. In 2021, the Yamaha Institute of Excellence program included UNT's College of Music in its list of 10 distinguished colleges and universities recognizing extraordinary commitment to the innovation of the study of music. So congratulations to the College of Music for continuing to make UNT proud. That's all I have for you guys. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Lillian. I'm in a mood for some spooky Halloween performances. Would you recommend any?
I'm going to see Smile too if you want to come, but our segment anchor Kendall Keaton has a scoop on a spooky performance happening here at UNT on Halloween.
Let's toss it over to her. Kendall?
Thanks, guys. We have good news for those interested in even more spooky performances. The UNT Dance and Theater Department are putting on the play Anatomies. ntTV's Landry Brady went behind the scenes to explore what's in store this Halloween.
Theater is one of the oldest art forms in the world. There are so many aspects that go into making a production, but what many people do not see is the preparation that happens behind the scenes, like for UNT's newest play called Anatomies.
We're starting tech this Saturday, and so once that starts, we'll get our lights queued up, and that'll be really interesting because I know that the lighting design is going to be really interesting.
Despite the play not opening for another week, the crew has been working hard on lighting, sets, and costumes since early September.
Before tech week, it takes probably about, on average, 3 or 4 fittings a person in order to get a garment right. So it takes a while to make something perfect.
But the crew has to start putting their finishing touches on everything because the play itself opens on Halloween night. If you're looking to attend the UNT Theater production of Anatomies, you can purchase tickets through their website. For ntTV, I'm Landry Brady.
The play will begin Halloween Day at 7:30 p.m. in the University Theater, and I wouldn't miss the opening if I were you because they are also kicking it off with a costume contest. But if you already have plans Halloween, you can catch the play through the rest of the weekend. That's all tricks and treats I have here. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Kendall. Coming up, how this year's weather patterns affected the cost of candy.
And a costume contest in Virginia was positively adorable. We'll be right back.
What's scarier than a jack-o'-lantern? A Halloween with no chocolate. Due to a weather phenomenon known as El Nino, consumers will be paying more for their goodies. CNN's Karen Kaifa has more.
This Halloween, your favorite chocolate treat may seem a little smaller, or there may be fewer in the bag.
If people want chocolate, it's still going to be there. Production is still going, but it's just going to cost more.
That's because of the supply of a key ingredient, cocoa. David Branch of Wells Fargo's Agri-Food Institute says recent years have brought tough growing conditions to West Africa, responsible for more than 70% of the world's cocoa supply.
The major cocoa producing region of West Africa has essentially had 3 years of declining production in crops due mainly to multiple weather events that just seem to be piling on.
The International Cocoa Organization projected in August that global cocoa production this season would fall by 14.2%. The supply squeeze felt by major confectioners who had also dealt with higher sugar prices before they fell back this year.
We've seen sugar prices this year drop from the highs we've seen the last 2 years, so that's a positive note for this.
So confectioners have been more creative this Halloween, swapping out layers of chocolate for things like wafers and nuts, combining chocolate and non-chocolate items in variety bags, and making treats a little smaller. The good news for chocolate lovers, weather conditions have improved for this year's crops, which will eventually boost supply. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Halloween is full of tricks and treats, but for MD Anderson's Children's Cancer Hospital in Houston, their patients were treated. In an annual tradition during the week of Halloween, where window washers disguise themselves as superheroes and rappel down the building.
The window cleaners aren't the only ones dressing up. A vineyard in Virginia hosted their annual dog costume contest. CNN's Avery Davis was there to show off the canine costumes.
We welcome everybody into our family, so we try to create that atmosphere. You can bring your food and picnic here, bringing any of your pets.
Here at Keswick Vineyard, pet-inclusive fun has been a priority from its beginning. Cindy Schornberg is the vineyard's owner and says its annual dog costume parade was the first of its kind in the area. Now, the concept has caught on to other vineyards and nonprofits.
We'll do a parade, and then we have judges that will pick their top 3, and then we'll announce in order who gets first place.
Pets and their owners showed up to the vineyard to compete for best dressed. Schornberg says the prizes are a big draw for people to participate.
And we have wonderful local merchants that have donated gifts for the winners, including like a portrait session with your pet.
As one of the judges, Schornberg says it's difficult each year to pick a winner, but there are several things she looks for.
I personally like the homemade costumes. So those usually will score a little better with me as a judge, but you know, it's hard because they all are so cute and adorable.
In Albemarle County, Avery Davis, 29 News.
You know, I heard the dog costume contest wasn't the only place full of competition. Did you catch the Mavs game last night?
Yeah, I did. That last quarter was crazy, and it was definitely worth staying up late. Our sports anchor, Gabby Pippins, has the full recap and more. Gabby?
An early Halloween treat last night. I'll have more on that, a spooky tribute, and Game 4 of the World Series when we come back. The Dallas Mavericks played the Minnesota Timberwolves last night in a Western Conference Finals rematch that truly came down to the wire. Anthony Edwards started the game off hot, keeping the Wolves afloat with 24 first-quarter points. However, Luka and Kyrie quickly stepped in, scoring almost double that in the second and third quarters to get Dallas back on top. After a close fourth period where Minnesota got within just 3 points of the lead, Najee Marshall got a crucial steal and Luka hit a game-ending three from deep to put the Wolves to sleep. The Mavs won 120-114, and Luka and Kai combined for a whopping 59 points, 12 rebounds, 14 assists, and 2 steals. They'll face a fellow Texas team, the Houston Rockets, tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. for a Halloween showdown. And speaking of the NBA, Hall of Famer and former Heat player Dwayne Wade received a statue in his honor Sunday. The statue stands tall outside the Miami Heat's arena and depicts Wade's celebration after winning against the Chicago Bulls in 2009. This specific win was with a buzzer beater after double overtime, making the moment even more historic. The passion and emotions are there, but is the resemblance? Fans quickly took to social media, mocking the statue's facial structure and expression. Some even questioned if it was Wade, saying it looked more like former NBA player Tony Allen. But Wade assures fans he could not be happier with the tribute, calling it, quote, art at its finest. And finally, the Los Angeles Dodgers entered Game 4 of the World Series up 3-0, but could the New York Yankees turn things around? The Dodgers opened things up with a 2-run home run by Freddie Freeman, but New York wasted no time. They immediately answered in the second inning with an Anthony Volpe run. Volpe struck again in the next inning for a 390-foot grand slam to put the Yankees ahead by 3, and both teams exchanged home runs, making the score 4-6. From there, the Yankees got 5 consecutive runs, many thanks to Gleyber Torres' 3-run home run, ending the game 4-11 and making the series 3-1. The Yankees may be back in, but the Dodgers can still seal the deal in tonight's Game 5. That's all I've got for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Gabby. The holiday season brings with it some of my favorite food, but the cooking for the whole day brings with it a bit of a headache. If you love the smells, Campbell's unveiled a lineup of candles that smell like Thanksgiving sides. The lineup includes green bean casserole, jalapeno cheddar, mac and cheese, stuffing, and mashed potatoes. Campbell's says the idea is to experience your favorite holiday dishes beyond the table. The candles go on sale November 18th. Campbell's also released its 3rd annual State of the Sides report, which found that 40% of people would be content with a plate full of side dishes with no turkey, and that 45% of people plan to take part in Friendsgiving celebrations.
You know, Madeline, if you were a Campbell's scented candle, I would think that you're cranberry sauce.
I'm sure it's the red hair, right?
Yes, it is.
Perfect, perfect. I think that you would be pumpkin pie.
It's because I'm sweet, yeah?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Thanks for watching ntTV News at Noon.
And join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.